Well, now that your childhood is good and dead, and you're now in the post-apocalyptic future of the 2020s, it's time to revisit one of the greatest games ever from my childhood. Now, the original Power Stone for the Dreamcast is a fantastic game in its own right, but the second game just holds no bars and is an incredible game, even, what, 30 years later, 25 years later? It's an absolutely incredible experience after all these years. And it's incredible fact that not only did we ever get a Power Stone 3, but we actually never ever got a game similar to Power Stone in its own right. The game plays very much like a Smash Bros, but on a 3D plane. And it actually has like very good mechanics, very feels right, and everything just snaps and flies together in such a great fashion. And oh, those childhood nostalgic memories, as the graphics have not aged at all, even though Dreamcast is a very old system and very rudimentary in its graphical presentation. The wondrousness of it all is just incredible. The game has a simple item system that can actually be quite complex, and you can combine items and do all kinds of fun activities that I remember from my childhood and I enjoyed very much. But coming back to these games after today's games of just incredible complexity, you can really see how simple these were back in the day. There's up to 16 characters to choose from, and they're all interesting, diverse cast of characters that I remember from back in the day, and two bosses, as well as maybe potentially up to 12 stages at most. It's a very simple game, but it's so effective and so incredible that we just never really got a sequel to this absolutely gem of a game, no pun intended. It's just an utterly fun game to play, and it really makes you wonder why they didn't continue with this formula, because there's so much they could have done with this kind of 3D brawler type action-packed adventure. It, if they came out with a Power Stone 3 nowadays, they could smash it out of the park, because I know people love the Dreamcast like myself, even though it was considered a general fucking failure. But you know what? Like, honestly, there's just like a million things they could have done with some of these very unique and iconic franchises from that era. And oh, does this game ever get the nostalgia berries cranking? It's just an utterly enjoyable game to play. With all the crazy gaming experiences we have nowadays, sometimes it's just great to just sit back, play with a controller, and just mindlessly thrash buttons. And oh my god, is this end boss ever fucking horrifying. Probably gave me nightmares as a kid. In fact, I'm actually having flashbacks right now of the fucking nightmares this bastard gives you. Playing this game on my 60-inch TV is absolutely fucking incredible experience. And you know what? Like, I think that there's things in this game that are just truly magical. You know, these older games capture an amount of nostalgia from our childhood that just cannot be replaced in modern games. Like I said, Power Stone 2 is a simple game, but it's a true work of art and really makes you wish that they could have just continued on with this formula. But, I mean, today's games are a little crazy. For example, I'm almost 99.99% sure that Proud Eagle would not be accepted in today's modern audience. Which is a shame, because Power Stone has an absolute diverse cast of ethnically different characters, and it just is an interesting creative choice on how they decided to go with all this. But the gameplay is its funnest aspect is you can go 2-on-2, you can go 1-on-1, you can go 3 for all, and it's just a wonderful game mechanic to have just brawling out with your friends. And oh, back in the day, did we ever have brawls in this, as the neighborhood would be a ranked match of who is the best Power Stone player. And of course, it was only a matter of time before the poor Dreamcast was put to rest and Power Stone seeped back into the ethers of time, and we've now forgotten about it in our modern world. But here's what I'm gonna be to give you guys all a nostalgia trip at this just utterly jaw-droppingly awesome game, and its true amount of fun even to this day, even with all the AAA games I have at my disposal. Power Stone just gets my nostalgia jingles going, and going back to it has been an utter dream come true. So Capcom, yeah, if you're watching this video right now, bring back fucking Power Stone. It would be an incredible entry. And you know, they may not think it sells well, but you know what? You can't put a price on great art. And in my opinion, Power Stone 2 is a true work of art. A game so finely crafted, so amazingly playable that you could just literally get lost in hours of this game, just having fun, just mindlessly mashing buttons and grabbing power-ups. It's a true gem of a game. The wonderful Japanese art style of Neo Tokyo just feels so right at home, and given the basic aspect of the graphics, they made a work of art here. And I have to sing Power Stone 2's praises for as much as I can because, yeah, nowadays gaming is creatively bankrupt, and what a great time to bring back Power Stone. If we fucking had the Power Stone 3, it could be a legendary hit because I know, just like me, this game is dear and deep into people's hearts and minds, and I honestly would love to make a Power Stone 3. I think it would be something truly great. So we bid adieu to Dreamcast dreams of past, and we remember one of the greatest standout titles on the console, and is perfectly, utterly playable even to this day, 25, 30 years later. Power Stone 2, an incredible game. 10 out of 10. Wish there was more of it, but really, it's frozen in time at this point in time, and until we can keep praying and hoping for Power Stone 3, this is all we got.